Hey everybody, it's me. I'm sorry I haven't posted for a few weeks. I have been depressed out of my gourd, and I'm finally coming out of it, thankfully. But some updates. Yeah, I'm fat. I just feel really fat. I I've actually put on a few more pounds than when we started this journey. It's been such a rough few weeks. I've eaten all the things that you're not supposed to eat, and then some, in quantities nobody should ever consume them. I am an emotional eater, and it was either being completely numb and apathetic to everything or in intense emotional pain. So I ate, hoping for those few seconds of happiness that, oh, the Little Debbie snack cake or, muffin or whatever could bring me. I broke my cardinal rule and I bought a whole box of Little Debbie snack cakes. And then I brought them home. And then I consumed them all in the span of an hour, just a few nights ago. They had sprinkles. Is that a little thing that's a big thing? It comes in little packages. They're little cakes, but then they make big Marias. Maria doesn't want to be big. Maria feels very, very large right now. So my little tiny ego has been squashed. I don't know. I guess it's up for grabs. If there's a little tiny ego, I'm doing this. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But depression is hard to deal with for anybody who's going through it, whether or not it's, a more mild case or if it's as bad as the past few weeks have been for me. But then you add grief on top of it and the self-loathing and disappointment when I do screw up my diet. And I had no grace to give myself. I was hurting. I was angry. I'm still hurting and angry. And I pretty much took that out on myself. And it didn't feel like that's what I was doing at the time. It felt like I was just so done. And I was so numb. And I didn't care. I didn't care about anything. And then a little thing happened, and I'm probably gonna cry. But I was walking through Kroger. For those of you who don't know, Kroger is one of our big, grocery store chains here in Cincinnati, based out of Cincinnati. And they own a lot of different grocery stores across the country, not just the Kroger stores, the Kroger family of stores. And like half of Cincinnati has worked for Kroger at one time or another. And I walked past the gift card aisle the other day, and I saw this gift card. Now, see, when my dad passed, we tore apart his room that night looking for the will. And we didn't find it. Everybody, just make a will and tell your family where the hell it is. Please. Please. Everybody. It doesn't matter, 25 years old or what. If you own anything, make a flippin' will. And for all intents and purposes, make a living will about whether or not you do or don't want to be resuscitated and all of that. It is ridiculously hard to get through. So please, make one. But, we didn't find the will, but we found a lot of other stuff, including in the desk drawer, our Christmas presents. My dad got us all gift cards, and he asked, what kind of gift cards does everybody want? And he asked me what I thought everybody should have, and I said, I don't know, this for this person, this for this person. I said, but I want a Kroger gift card. That way I can use it for gas, or I can use it for food, things like that. And he got me this one, and it's really bright and colorful. And it says on the card, "Here's to health." And the bright and colorful was fruits and vegetables and stuff. And I know my dad knew that I was trying. And he was always quietly supportive. He never ever just came out and said, hey, I'm so proud of you, or, hey, this is a great thing you're doing. Nothing like that. he would always give little things and gestures and symbols and things, undeniable symbols. And that meant a lot that was the one he picked out for me, because there's like 40 designs on the wall. And that's the one he picked out for me. Because he knew that I was making these efforts. And that health had taken such a high priority in my life the past few years. And really the center of my life. But I saw it and I thought, he'd be really disappointed. He'd be really disappointed. And not because I'm not following through or anything, but that life had given this to me, and that this is how I was handling it. And maybe not disappointed. I think he'd be sad. And it sucks because, like, he was trying to be supportive in his way, and, you know, whenever I tell my family I'm working on losing my weight, they're always great about stepping up and saying, hey, well, what can you have at this family get together so I can make sure there's something there for you that you can enjoy. And Dad was really good about that. And my dad had the most amazing willpower. Ridiculous amount of willpower. So I could definitely use him to channel some of that to me right now. But I sat there thinking the other night, like, Dad wouldn't want this for me. You know, he'd understand mourning, he would understand, you know, coping and whatnot, but he wouldn't want me to cope in this way because it's detrimental to everything I'm trying to do. There's those little things, those little symbols that he's gifted me with throughout the years to show that he's supportive. That means so much. I still have the gift card in my wallet, even though it's well spent at this point. But he wouldn't want that for me. Not necessarily he wouldn't want me to do that, but he wouldn't want that for me. He wouldn't want me to feel that way. He wouldn't want me to hurt that much. And he wouldn't want me to do that kind of damage to myself. So, pardon my snot. But, so it hit me pretty hard. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna check out what I have in my hand. Which was the box of Little Debbie's. I'm not gonna lie. and then that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. I'm going to do my best to behave. For the past couple days, I haven't done too bad. Haven't put stuff back in my app yet, but today is going to be the night where I go through and I do that again. And just kind of take it step by step. And I need to think of all of the little things that the people in my life do to support me on this journey. Because it's not healthy to do these kinds of things for other people. But sometimes when you're having a bad day or you're dealing with depression or other mental illnesses on top of it, that's all you have to support you. You don't have any for yourself. So you kind of have to feed off of your stores that they give you. And luckily, I have some good people in my life to be those stores. You know, I don't have a huge circle of friends anymore. You know, when I left the Red Cross, I left behind a lot of people who I loved and who I did amazing work with, but they're not here now. You know, they're back in Tennessee doing work. That's a whole other world. And I was such a workaholic that I'm like, I need to stay away from all of those folks because getting pulled back into that world is not healthy for me. But any friends that I had locally all live an hour or plus away. You know, it's not even locally. And going to school with people 15 years younger than you kind of become the mom friend or the counselor, which has its place, but you don't reciprocate as much there, you know? You don't have that closeness, you don't have the understanding, the experiences. And so it's been really hard for me when it comes to the social line the past couple of years. And then the pandemic, woohoo, yay, Corona, thanks. But it's it's hard. It's hard not having a direct social circle to support you through some of this. And even if you do have the support of your family, not to negate the importance of the support of your family, in my case, my family, because I am very grateful for mine, and I think everybody should be. But I think I need something more. I always feel better after our group meetings. I always feel better after therapy. I always feel better after conversations with people where I'm really able to connect with them. And I think that's a huge part of what's missing in my life right now to keep me healthy. So that's going to be my mission over the next few months. I got my first vaccine yesterday, and in 3 weeks I get the second, and I will feel a lot better about being social, and I'm looking forward to it. But definitely need that. And I think a lot of us, even as introverts, have the some of my friends are laughing because I'm more of an ambivert. I'm professionally extrovert, personally introvert. But they all know. But I think even as introverts who are like, well, this is how we live our life all the time. I think even we're getting to the point where we're like, get me the hell up out of here. I need connection. So that's my next mission. Spending at least a little bit of time with people that understand where I'm at in life, even if my journey is a little bit different than most, and seeing if I could find some better support in a social circle. These are things that I guess I took for granted. And now I'm feeling it in spades. It's the little things, those unspoken symbols that tell us that we're loved and supported. One of the things we found when we were cleaning out Dad's room was a sweatshirt he had packed away, and it said University of Cincinnati Dad on it. I had never seen him wear it. I think he was saving it for a special occasion. I did notice that he had started wearing a jacket he had gotten at a thrift store somewhere, and it had the little University of Cincinnati Bearcats logo right there, and I was like, oh, these are the little things, him taking my dog for walks and leaving me chicken taco soup when he knew that I'd been working and going to school for 12 hours, plus that day, and that I was going to need something healthy to eat when I got home. So I don't know what's going to fill that gap going forward. But I think maybe I'm going to have to start filling that gap for others. So we'll see. I did want to share that I've started doing a Facebook page to kind of go along with this, but it's not just going to be around the weight loss, it's around all the little things that are big things in life. It was kind of inspired. I found a Facebook memory on Tuesday that I had posted saying that I'd like to give a shout out to whoever decided to create a turn signal that turned itself off after you make your turn. Because my dad never turns his start signals off. And he was hard of hearing, really hard of hearing, so he didn't hear it. Tick, 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 tick. And I remember I had my car worked on, he was driving me home, and he hadn't turned his turn signal off. And so that spawned that post, and it just all sorts of things that pop into our heads that we don't realize every day we take for granted. These little things that are really very helpful things, because it all adds up. It all adds up. So, the Facebook page is going to be dedicated to all of the little things that are big things. All the way from the stuff we've already talked about with, the women's clothing industry, especially plus-size clothing industry, fitness industry not catering to the people who need fitness the most, and also, more positive things, like the little things that are big things, that are positive things in our lives. I think dedicating time to those really helps with our stress, making sure that even if it's not a moment of gratitude, just a moment of awareness that, oh, this is something little that I didn't realize had set off this big chain of events, and just being grateful for it. Like the sunshine today. It might have been 45 degrees, but it was sunny. So, okay. Well, I think that's it for tonight. I am getting back on the wagon. I'll let you know how it goes. Bye.